BitPinas!
Alright, magandang gabi sa lahat and welcome to the BitPinas Webcast, an online show where we interview the people who move the crypto industry forward, no? And ang intro video na inyong napanood ay gawa or produced by Bitshares Labs, which helps businesses establish their digital presence online, no, in the online world. We can go to the Bitshares Labs Facebook page to learn more. Alright? Ito ang ating 39th episode ng ating BitPinas Webcast. No? Nagsimula ang ating website noong 2017. We have been covering the crypto developments here in the country since then. At maraming salamat sa patuloy na nanonood at nagbabasa at walang sawang sumusuporta dito sa atin sa BitPinas. Alright? 4 na winners na makakasagot ng tama sa ating trivia Q&A ay pwedeng manalo ng 50k satoshis each, no? Kasama natin ngayong gabi ang ating trivia master na si Lance. By the way, nawala last week, no? So ang ating trivia master na si Lance ang tutulong sa atin sa trivia Q&A, no? And then other than the 4 people na mananalo ng satoshi sa trivia Q&A, meron ding mananalo ng dalawa pa, no, sa ating comment section naman na nagpa-participate sa ating comment section, no? And then finally, 4 winners ng Tambay NFT 30-day Web3 journal ay pwede rin mapanalunan basta nasa comment section natin, gamitin nyo lang ang #tambay. At finally, no, kakapasok lang po sa atin, meron din pong mananalo ng Axie, no, a full Axie Infinity team. 7 ang mananalo ng full Axie team, so magkakaroon ng 3 Axie. Basta magko-comment lang kayo sa ating magpa-participate and use the #Axie naman. So kanina #tambay kung gusto niyo yung Web3 journal, and then #Axie kung gusto niyo mapanalunan yung Axie team na ibibigay ng Sky Mavis. Alright? So yun. We are encouraging everyone to participate deeply, no, sa ating comment section. Kung may mga nagtatanong na diyan, kayo na rin yung bahalang sumagot, no? Para yung flow ng conversation natin at make sure na may mga nakikinig at walang nalilito sa ating mga pinag-uusapan. And then finally, kapag nanalo kayo, kasi 'di ba meron tayong requisite dyan, dapat nag-follow kayo sa BitPinas, and also you must share this live stream publicly, no? Para manalo kayo, you must share this live stream publicly. Pero may glitch yung kay Facebook, so pag nanalo kayo, i-verify namin lahat yon. Alright? So lahat ng prizes na ito ay from Bitshares Labs and then yung Axie team from Sky Mavis, no? So ating pasalamatan sila sa ating comment section. Alright, so yan yung tambay na nasa screen natin. Ayun. So, isa sa pinakamalaking announcement so far dito sa atin sa crypto industry dito sa Pilipinas ay ang partnership ng GCash at Sky Mavis. So ayon sa balita, GCash has partnered with Axie Infinity to enhance the Filipino Web3 gaming experience. And their collaboration will introduce a direct on-ramp and off-ramp portal within the GCash G-Crypto platform. So ano bang ibig sabihin nito? No? Nakita natin yung press release, nakita natin yung mga article. Andito para bigyan tayo ng kaalaman tungkol sa partnership na ito. Kasama natin ang dalawa sa pinakakilalang crypto personality sa bansa. Andiyan si Nix Eniego, ang Philippines lead ng Sky Mavis. Okay? Ayan. Wala pa. Ayan. Hi Nix, kamusta?
Hello. Hi guys. Good naman. How about you?
Ayan, okay naman. I'm very excited dito sa ating usapan about Axie and GCash. And then finally, nandito rin ang head of G-Crypto sa GCash, no? Si Luis Buenaventura. Magandang gabi.
Hey guys, good evening. Not Binance, G-Crypto.
Alright, sorry doon okay. So ayun, so napakaganda ng sa ating mga viewers, no, at sa ating mga nanonood. Okay, nawala si so next. Ayan. And then lagay lang natin yung ating spotlight. Ayan. So napakaganda no ng crypto prices nitong nakaraang linggo. At napakasarap siguro ng mga Valentine's dinner natin kahapon dahil Bitcoin has broken past $51,000 no or 52 nag-52 na siya no and approaching 3 million pesos in value sa Philippine pesos no. So as an icebreaker lang no kay Luis tsaka kay Nix, how do you guys feel about the market recently without giving any price prediction? So we start with Luis.
I know, of course, always optimistic. I think 2024 is going to probably break the previous all-time high. Um, I guess I kind of did do a price prediction about this recently, no? And I was saying that I think that tutuloy pa yung bull run into 2025. So I know that it feels like we're kind of in a bull run right now, but I actually don't think we are yet. But I think usually kasi my own definition of a bull run starts when we're getting close to the previous all-time high. We're not there yet, no? We're about like there's about 20% more to go. Although I mean it's Bitcoin, no? So that could be next week. Who knows?
Alright, isa nga sa mga nakita ko kanina, Luis, Nix, is that yung search volume daw ng mga tao naghahanap about Bitcoin is hindi pa ganun kataas.
Right. Yep.
Kasi nung nagtumaas siya, at that time din nag all-time high. So right now, parang wala pa siya sa ganun. Parang wala
Right.
pa daw yung retail, no? Pero
Right.
yun, so how about you, Nix? Anong tingin mo sa market natin ngayon recently?
I agree with Luis no, about it not being parang bull run vibes, but not quite. Like we know exactly what the vibes were during that time. So I wouldn't say nandun tayo no. But so personally I'm personally torn lagi when the market's starting to look good. Because it also, you know how sometimes you selfishly want the market not to be good yet so you can get more and accumulate, you know? So like there's always that push and pull feeling, but I'm happy because compared to where we were a few months ago, where parang medyo doom and gloom, no real opportunities, parang people were kind of, just clawing through the darkness. Parang there's hope and there's light at the end of the tunnel, and parang people are seeing the light. So I'm happy because I see people now who are celebrating wins again. Oh, they had a good trade, made this good NFT call, did that. Like that was kind of non-existent like nung so 3, 4, 5 months ago, parang and beyond that, no. But now it's actually nice to see, especially seeing Pinoy's kind of take advantage of the better market.
Mm-mm. Alright, thank you Luis, no? Thank you Luis, no? Thank you Luis and Nix, no? Napaka-optimistic or cautiously optimistic ng outlook ngayon natin sa market. So bago natin talakayin ang ating topic right now about GCash and Axie, narito muna si Sheila Bertillo, lead writer ng BitPinas upang ihatid ang weekly crypto news recap. Sheila?
Hi guys, good evening everyone. Kamusta kayo? So, belated happy Valentine's Day. Sana hindi kasing red ng hearts or ng roses ang mga portfolios nyo. And of course, we are back. We are having another recap where we inform you of the top stories from last week. So again, this is Sheila Bertillo, Bitpinas lead writer, and this is Bitpinas Weekly News Recap. Now, for our first news, this is an update regarding the Bitcoin spot exchange traded funds or ETFs. So, a month after it was approved, Bitcoin spot ETFs alongside MicroStrategy now hold 4% of all circulating Bitcoin. So, this percentage could be higher considering the numbers of all Bitcoins that are lost forever. Now, in addition, the ETFs amassed 10 billion US dollars in asset under management. So this was led by BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust with 4 billion, followed closely by Fidelity's Wise Origin Blockchain Fund, Bitcoin Fund, managing over 3.4 billion, and ARC 21 shares Bitcoin ETFs has also recently reached the $1 billion mark in assets. Now again, guys, just to remind you, Bitcoin ETFs allows investors to be exposed to BTC through traditional stock exchanges rather than cryptocurrency exchanges. Now, moving on. Wait a minute. Okay. Moving on, Solana's network experienced an outage last February 6. So it was the network's first major outage since February 25, 2023, which is last year. Now, the outage lasted approximately 5 hours. And during this time, the native token Sol briefly dropped in value, but of course, it has been recovered. And according to Solana's report, the outage was caused by a bug in the just-in-time or GIT compilation cache, which led to transactions entering an infinite loop. Now, according to them, the bug affected the version 1.17 of Solana's validator client, impacting 95% of the cluster stake. Now, fortunately, Solana assured that a fix has been implemented to address the bug's immediate impact. Excuse me. So, just to a refresher, Solana is the third largest blockchain and the second most popular blockchain for NFTs. Now, since we've tackled Bitcoin and Solana, I guess it's just right to move to the second largest blockchain network, which is Ethereum. Now, wait a minute. Okay. So recently, there is an emerging token standard for the network. It is called the ERC 404, which combines ERC 20 and ERC 721 into a single standard, allowing developers to make and trade parts of NFT collections easily. Now, ERC is for creating tokens, and ERC 721 is for NFTs. Now, currently, the ERC 404 currently has three known projects known as Pandora, the Frogs, and Monkeys. Now, the leading of the three is Pandora, which was reported to skyrocket by 12,000% as just a week after it was launched. Now, despite this, guys, just to remind you, ERC 404 is still an experimental token standard, and it is not officially recognized like other widely accepted ERC standards. Now, for our last news, this is the last one. This is a local news. So, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas plans to introduce a central bank digital currency within the next 2 years. According to them, this CBDC will aim to rival cryptocurrencies. And according to BSP Governor Eli Remolona Jr., the CBC won't utilize blockchain technology. Unlike other initiatives, he noted that the past attempts with blockchain by other central banks have not been successful. So instead, a central bank will rely on the technology powering the Philippine payment and settlement system. Now, just to be clear, guys, CBDCs doesn't really require blockchain technology, so they can function with other underlying technology other than blockchain. So yeah, that concludes last week's news. Again, this is Sheila Bertillo. Have a great night, everyone, and see you in the next weekly news recap. Bye.
Okay, maraming salamat Sheila, no? And kagaya nga ng ating mga guests na sina Luis at Nix at nakikita ko din sa ating comment section, no? Very optimistic, cautiously optimistic tayo sa market. At isa sa mga dahilan nito is itong mga developments na nagaganap sa ating space, no? So with the news about spot ETF, Solana, mga new token standards, generally the market is also bouncing, no? At somehow super timing itong balita na may mga ganitong partnerships, no, between organizations, between companies, no. So before we go do sa pinaka-meat ng ating discussion, no, I just wanted to ask first about kay Nix, kay Luis, and then kay Nix first, of course, yung latest developments sa Axie and the Ronin ecosystem. No, so kami dito sa BitPinas, we regularly receive mga news updates, press releases from Sky Mavis and the Ronin ecosystem. Kagaya nito, mga balitang ito, no? Gym Monsters, Mixi Collab, Soyge, Wild Arena, nasa Ronin na rin. And then, of course, yung sa Pixels. So, question to Nix, no? If you can just give our audience parang brief background lang. Ano ba itong, just in case they don't know, no, ano ba itong Ronin blockchain at bakit parang parami yung mga game at game studios na nagla-launch sa Ronin blockchain, Nix? Nakamute ata si Nix.
Nakamute.
Yes.
Ronin is the home of Axie Infinity. It is the blockchain that Sky Mavis built during the early times of as they were wala pa ako nun, so sa day ko muna, no, developing Axie, knowing the hardships and the struggles of building on another network at the time, no? Nakita yung mga struggles. So nagkaroon ng need, parang dami nilang tinry na solutions, iba-iba network, and hindi lang talaga masatisfy yung needs ni Axie at the time. So Sky Mavis decided to build their own blockchain dedicated for gaming, which became the Ronin network. And as of right now, no, we have multiple games building on top of on top of Ronin. There will be more to come, many more, soon. But for now, yan nga. So you guys are familiar with Axie for sure, and then most recently nga si Pixels online has been making lots of waves as the number one, technically by every metric that that matters, the number one Web3 game currently, Pixels online, and of course other exciting titles that Michael mentioned earlier. We also have Zoids Wild Arena. So Zoids, I think a lot of us, no, hindi ko alam, maglalabasan na ng edad, no? Like grew up with Zoids or have seen that, the show, or the IP. And then most recently announced this collaboration with um the Fight League game in partnership with Mixi. So for Mixi is a very big Japanese game studio with a lot of successful IPs and titles. No, I'm not sure if you guys know, maybe Monster Strike. Monster Strike is one of the, I'd say, most successful mobile games in recent memory as well. So yeah, we're blessed to be working with these awesome studios, and yeah, more to come.
All right.
Yeah,
So
appear on also for sure. To address
apparent.
Aldrin. Yeah.
Ayun. So thank you so much, Nix, no? And yun nga, no, madami-dami yung mga napupunta mga games sa Ronin blockchain. Meron ka bang para may wish ka ba na Web2 game na you think will come to Ronin blockchain at some point in the future?
Madaya talaga wish, pero I think so yung wish ko na lang. I've been very vocal about it. I always, what drew me into Web3 gaming was like yung potential niya when I was, researching many years ago. Parang I always thought, and I still believe, that a really well made, well thought out MMORPG would be one of the perfect use cases for blockchain technology and in Web3 gaming in general. No? So, and my favorite MMORPG, growing up, and I've been playing for the last 20 years, would be Ragnarok Online. So that would be the dream for me personally. Something like that. I think it would be interesting to see on our own network. But yeah, an MMORPG that is like kind of well developed, has multiple game loops within, and economic levers that you can pull, I think would be interesting in a Web3 game, and on a blockchain use case.
Alright, thank you, Nix, no? Now, dako naman tayo dito kay Luis, no? Obviously, Luis, napansin mo naman, the Web3 games are picking up again. We had a huge, di ba, we had a huge Web3 gaming summit also last year. May Pixels, may Axie, may Heroes of Mabia or Mabia. It is still not on the level on what it was in 2021, no? Do you think we are, parang, bago yun, ang question ko muna, how did you think Web3 gaming adoption changed in the last 2 years dito sa atin sa Pilipinas, Luis?
Well, I mean, so again, I guess let's review where it was before, no? So I think here in the Philippines, we were looking at over 1 million Axie Infinity players daily. I think 1.3, 1.4 was somewhere in that range, was what we were seeing. I mean, globally, because it was over 2 million, but the bulk, because it was from here. Now I think it's less than that. But I think that all of the most loyal of the Axie players are actually from here, the ones who continue to play Classic and are probably playing it now, no, nung binalik nila. I think that obviously I don't really have the data to back this up, but medyo may sense naman yung the inferences I'm about to make. I think that we lost a lot of our farmers, no? So there are two types of gamers kasi in Web3, no? So there's the people who are actually playing the games and the people who are basically just farmers. And I pass no judgment. There's nothing wrong with being a farmer. You're basically playing the game, you're extracting value from it, you're earning from it. No judgment. If the game allows it, then it's fine. Um, I'm pretty sure that many of those people are gone now. And I'm not just talking about individual players, I'm talking about people who were building small businesses out of these Web3 games. No? So it wasn't just Axie Infinity that had these mechanisms naman kasi to earn from. So it was many other games kind of copied or innovated on the model that Axie pioneered. And as a response, there were a lot of these entrepreneurs who started to kind of formalize an operation that allowed them to farm or extract or earn from these games. So I don't think those are around anymore. I think if you think about it, kind of makes sense because the amount of money that you earn from it right now is not enough to sustain like an actual business. Although it is probably still pretty good if you are competitive, like you play in the leaderboards, therefore you are looking at season rewards, or you just happen to be a single person who has the time and the energy to pour into these games. I think it still works for that. It's just hard to imagine it being a business, kind of the way it was starting to become in 2021. So weirdly, what has happened to Web3 games in the years since then? It's come back to games, no? It actually, parang it's more like a game again, where you are rewarded if you're really good with things like tournaments and esports events and things like that, or leaderboards. Uh, and that's kind of the main mechanism for that. I mean, you can still do stuff like trade the NFTs, of course, I guess, but and Nix would probably have better data on this. No, like I would wager that that's probably a less parang a less big part of the economy right now. Um, but yeah, I'm commenting mostly as an outsider, based on what I've observed. But of course, people who are actually in the thing will probably have more specific ideas about this.
Yeah, Nix. Do you have something to add dun sa sinabi ni Luis, or any comment
Uh,
about how you see it on your end?
so that's I would confirm that because the best example would be Axie Classic. No, when we brought back Axie Classic in November of 2023, we saw kind of a surge of returning players for Classic, and it still is doing well. 3 months, 3 months later, to make it clear, because some people don't actually know or didn't realize, no, there are actually no monetary rewards in Classic for the most part. So we had, as we announced it, the peak was we had like over 70,000 daily active users for Classic, playing for nothing basically, other than fun. Like it wasn't there wasn't even any tokens at that point. No. Now we've introduced something called like the Premium Curse Coliseum, where if you spend 150 SLP, and if you're really really good and you beat the game, or you conquered the Coliseum, you would win 3,000 SLP. So some people are actually earning from that, and you can keep doing this and keep getting 3,000 SLP. So like if you're a really good player, that's $10 per run win. If you do it 5 times, that's $50. So you can only imagine that there are some players who are really making a good chunk from there, but that's not the majority. Syempre. It's very hard to win the Curse Coliseum. But yeah, to confirm, no, like before we even announced that there was this SLP thing for Classic, people came back to play, no, and we see a lot more. The players who are around the core community, they are players who thoroughly enjoy the game, or have invested feelings and emotions, attachments as well to Axis and to the community. There's still some managers for sure, especially for Origins, because there's still it is still a profitable quote unquote business. If you look at it, if you have talented scholars who would place in the leaderboards, there's still some money to be made there. But yeah, I'm sure we all remember what it was in July, August, September, October of 2021, where scholars were earning a higher salary than doctors. So those days are not, that's not what we're seeing now. But still good. And I think ultimately yung behavior maganda na parang iba na yung mindset ng players coming in. Like I'm playing, if I'm good, like I get something, I'm happy. I'm not here to blame the game creators no if for anything kasi I'm here, I'm doing my best, and I get rewarded for it. So it's pretty good.
All right. So based on what you mentioned, no, Luis and Nick, so parang are we in parang agreement ba or consensus? Kumbaga na parang if or when Web3 gaming like peaks again at some point in the future, iba na yung magiging landscape niya, iba na yung itsura niya, iba na yung parang player ang tawag yung player combination or something. Ang tingin niyo?
I mean, I think that every version of crypto will bring different people on board.
Mm-mm.
I think that that's kind of what's nice about these cycles. Like in 2021 and 2022, that was the first time ever that you had artists and gamers mixing it up with traders and speculators and that type of person. So I think that this new, sorry, my camera keeps getting disconnected. I think that this new cycle is going to also bring about a new bunch of people, and it'll be completely different again. And I'm not even entirely sure if we will be able to predict what it'll be this time. I think that I find that every time we're in a new cycle, nag-iiba it's always something I don't expect. Like I always think kasi na parang, I know this industry pretty well now. But every time it continues to surprise me. So I'm probably gonna be wrong about this one, but I actually think that this new bull market. Again, I'm not saying that we're already in the bull market, no, but I think that we're getting there. I think this will bring a new kind of traditional investor. I think we're already kind of seeing it as a result of like the ETFs and stuff like that. But I don't know if I think that the game stuff will kind of happen in parallel with all this, but I'm not sure if it's going to be parang at the heart of the cycle like it was in 2021. Parang play to earn and NFTs. These were the two things that kind of defined the previous cycle. And I think this next one, I think it's gonna be different, and it's quite hard to tell now what it's going to be. But sorry. Anyway, that was kind of a very rambly answer. Uh, I guess the best answer is I don't quite know, but it'll be very exciting to kind of find out.
And it will be different, no, Luis? All right.
Yeah, I think
So
so.
okay. So ngayon sa mga ngayon pa lang manonood no at wala kanina. Nandito pa kayo nakikinig sa BitPinas Webcast where we interview the people like Luis and Nix no who move the crypto industry dito sa atin forward, no? We are discussing the state of Axie and Web3 gaming in the Philippines, no? So maraming salamat sa ating mga viewers na nandito, kay Marion Kenanyo, kay Bear Air Noveno, RG Lumasag, Adrian Ray Panganiban, Aljon De Los Santos, Nick Beray, Rani Dokusin, Jan Palse. So karamihan sa mga nabanggit ko ay parang laging nanonood ng webcast natin, no? So maraming salamat sa inyo. So atin ang pag-usapan itong recent news about GCash and Axie Infinity. GCash partners with Axie Infinity or Sky Mavis to enhance the Filipino Web3 gaming experience. Yun yung blurb nung press release from both parties. The collaboration will introduce a direct on-ramp and off-ramp portal within GCash G-Crypto platform. Now, tatanungin ko mamaya yun kasi may mga nakikita ko mga guesses sa Twitter, no? Pero for Nix muna and Luis, no, gusto ko malaman how did this partnership came about, no? Kumbaga, paano ba yung naging discussion on Luis side sa GCash or on Sky maybe side kay Nix, no? Paano nabuo itong partnership na to? Maybe we can start with Luis naman dito.
Sige, I mean, I can just tell you what it was like from our perspective, of course. So, I mean, the nice thing about having worked in this industry for so long is, it's not very hard for G-hosts to, reach out to me or to people from G Crypto. Parang the industry is pretty, I wouldn't say the industry is small. The industry is close. So, it literally takes. I mean, Geos could just message me directly if he wanted to kind of talk to us, if he wanted to, talk about ideas that we could work together on. And so, like, syempre, if he invites us to come and meet. And actually, this kind of happened very interestingly during the that same week that we had the last YGG summit, no, here in Metro Manila. A lot of the Axie team were here, and of course, the G Crypto team were also there. So it was easy for us to have lunch together and just kind of talk about possibilities. And honestly, no umpisa, it was really just like just talking about. Firstly, I kind of had to introduce GCash to them. No, I mean, it's not like it's not like GCash is well known all over the world. Of course, it's very well known here in the Philippines. But so we talked about like why would you even want to be working with GCash? And the simplest answer was that currently GCash has about 80 million Filipino users, and if you were going to argue about like who has the largest reach in the Philippines, there's not that many other options in that range. Because like just statistically speaking, if you say that something has 80% market penetration, that's basically like saying it has full market penetration. Kasi that 20% typically hindi mo na ma-target yun for various reasons. Either they don't have the device that they don't have a smartphone, or they live too remotely, or whatever. So for all intents and purposes, full market penetration in GCash. So if you were gonna choose a local partner that you wanted to work with in order to introduce the Ronin ecosystem to the Philippines, GCash is a pretty easy pitch to make, right? So we just got together, we had lunch, we talked about what we would be interested in doing, and then that same week, because this was like mahaba kasi it was like a 5-6 day summit week. A few days later, I brought the rest of the G Crypto team to talk to G Host and some of the other Axie guys, and then we basically just said, yeah, we'd love to do something together. Ngayon, anyway, we can talk a little bit more. Gosh, my camera. Sorry about that, guys. We can talk a little bit more about the details later, I suppose. Pero yun yung that's kind of just how it started. And what's nice about these types of partnerships pala is it's very uncomplicated to start them, because I mean, firstly, all we needed to do was decide that we wanted to work together, right? So honestly, I would have accepted a handshake. Like typically, hindi mo kailangan ng contracts for stuff like this. But I mean, of course, we're both kind of large companies now, so we did have contracts. But I guess that's kind of it. It was just a mutual agreement that we were going to start to work together, and we can talk a little bit more about other ideas later on in the show, I think.
Alright, thank you, no? Sabi ni Shanks, nakita ka doon yung nakapants, no? Kaya alam niyang may magaganap na partnership. No? Hi, Shanks, no? Thank you for joining itong webcast
Okay.
natin.
I'm not sure that's an indicator anymore, but sige, fine. Back then, yes, I will agree.
Sige. Ayun. So, naman kay Nix, no? I guess a follow-up dito. Ano naman yung, I guess sasabi na ni, kanina, ni Luis yung nangyari on their side, so parang nagkaroon ng usapan, ganyan. On your end, Nix, di ba? Parang you've been here for so long in crypto, you've been a marketer also for too long, no? GCash, ganyan mga companies. Do you think this thing is bound to happen for Sky Mavis? I know that you have yung sa Grab, di ba? Last time, meron din kayong ganung partnership.
Yeah.
So, yun yung question.
Yes. So it was a no-brainer to be honest. Like with the goals that we have. So first of all, the Philippines is I want to say very important, but let me change. For me, the Philippines is maybe the most important market for us, for Axie. And eventually and as well as Ronin Network or Ronin Games, right? We look at the Philippines and we see it as kind of the place where this is our home court, our headquarters is in Vietnam, but this is our home court. Like Philippines, this is our home court advantage. So having our ambitious goals of having or of helping Filipinos, Ronin is not just, it's not just Axie, it's not just the games, it's actually helping banking, like it's the same vision and the same goals that GCash has, right? That's also what we want for Filipinos, like helping people with these things. And you know how complex and or lacking of the Filipino financial options for some. Like a lot of people are unbacked, so GCash is that kind of gateway to help with that. And us being in a closer relationship, or essentially a partnership, and having this dynamic with GCash and G crypto, is just, yeah, it was inevitable. And like I'm very happy that it has it has it materialized, because yeah, we do share the same goals. And the Philippines is, this is a win for the Filipino community. Even for our core players, they will love this. I personally love this as well, for my own selfish reasons. It's so much easier. I've said this before, like I don't really use traditional, like foreign crypto exchanges so much. So like for me personally, like, I just prefer the ease of moving money around. And yeah, the everyday Filipino, the scholar, the individual players, like this makes it so much easier for them. And yeah, I'm excited to see and have more things to cook for everyone.
Alright, thank you so much, Nix and Luis. No? At kakapasok nga lang na balita kanina na nalista na ang RON sa G-Crypto and also sa PDAX. No? Minadali namin ma-publish yung may magawa, yung article naman on our end. So, ayun nga, nalista na siya. So, ngayon, nakatingin ako sa screen ko sa Nix, no? Nix and Luis, sa parang press release na na-receive namin about the partnership. No? So, dalawang clarification lang ang hihingin ko. Una is sabi dito, to improve the on-chain gaming community experience by opening a direct on-ramp and off-ramp portal in the app's G crypto feature. Ano kayang ibig sabihin nito on anyone?
Okay. So I'll start from parang just the basic definitions of that. No, so I think the original goal was just to make it easier for the average Filipino to do what they want, no, with the Ronin ecosystem. Um, no matter where the average Axie player uh, trades their crypto, typically that peso will end up with GCash anyway, because that's kind of the easiest way for them to do other stuff with it, which is pay bills or whatever. Yun yung panggastos nila. Um, so basically, what we've done here is we've just made the actual conversion part of the GCash app with Gcrypto. Yung definition ng on ramp and off ramp is when you go from fiat to crypto, then that's an on ramp. If you go from crypto to fiat, then that's an off ramp. So basically, you're going up onto the Ronin ecosystem or off the Ronin ecosystem. And that was kind of that was the initial vision. That's what we have right now. I'm pretty sure we're not gonna stop there though.
Alright. So, naman yung aking dog dito, no? Ano to? Ang next naman is yung about sa, are we expecting ba na at some point the Ronin na mga Ronin games, mga cryptocurrencies dito, Nix, do we expect them to eventually be at G crypto at some point? Yun yung usapan
uh
sa Twitter, by the way, kanina mga
I
5 ata
actually
yung
saw,
nakita kong
yeah. People are tagging us. So I can't speak on that. Like I can't confirm but like that would be nice. No? Like that would be nice. I think it's not a no, it's not a yes, but like that would be a good thing to happen, and I hope so. I hope. I
I,
do
I
hope
can
so.
I can ano, I can give you an answer that is equally vague, but
Yeah.
I'll just say it a different way. If you guys clamor for it, then we'll work on it. So because I think that the goal naman with Gcash, and this is kind of something I've been trying to inculcate in the G crypto team specifically. The goal is to listen to the community, no, and the Axie community is kind of an easy channel for us to listen to, mostly because I'm very deeply familiar with the Axie community, no, so I know where the people are, I know who I should be listening to, or I should be kind of I should be checking what their feedback is, stuff like that. So if there are enough people who would find that useful to have, Pixel or some of the other upcoming stuff also listed on G Crypto, then parang I don't see any reason why we would say no to that, right? Because ultimately, what we're trying to do is make the most useful thing possible. I will say one thing though, and I have to make sure that para lang no one is surprised. We don't move as fast as like maybe Sky Mavis does. So there is a little bit more process involved when we decide on what to do next, who we're gonna list next, who we're gonna partner with next, or who we're gonna feature next. So that takes a little bit more time. So that's the only thing that I will say, just to kind of set everyone's expectations. Na baka kala nyo baka next week meron ng something na it's not gonna be that fast. Um, but we listen, and I think that's the most important message that I can convey tonight.
All right, thank you so much no sa inyong dalawa no Nix and Luis no. Very clear naman I mean it was conveyed really well kahit medyo vague pero I think we get what you guys mean no. So thank you for those explanations. So ayun sa ating mga viewers nakakarating pa lang, we're still talking to Nix and Luis about the state of Axie and Ronin in the Philippines. Danilo Rante Cortaga, shoutout sa inyo. Arnel J. Barilazo, Mikoy Alonto Dimaro, John Paul Dacara, John Gregory, Marlon Saluntao, Drexia Olaya, and Paul Soliman. So may mga friends din tayo dito sa sa mga viewers natin sa webcast. Maraming salamat sa panonood. All right, I hope handa na kayo. Ibaba muna natin ang ating mga guests. Ayan. Ayan. So I hope handa na ang lahat kasi andito na ang ating trivia Q&A no, na ihahatid sa atin ng ating trivia master na si Lance. Pagkatapos itong video na aming ipiplay mula sa aming supporter na si Bitshares Labs. Here we go.
Hello guys! And nag-enjoy ba kayo sa ating webcast today sa BitPinas together with Nix at saka ni Luis? Alright, so mamimigay tayo ngayon ng 50,000 satoshis to 6 winners. So 4 of them will come from our trivia question. So makinig lang kayo mamaya kung ano itatanong natin at mananalo kayo ng 50,000 satoshis. Now, are you ready guys? Are you ready? Okay. So ang gagawin lang natin ay number 1, ilalike lang natin ng ating Facebook fan page, BitPinas. Second, i-share ninyo ang ating live stream publicly on your Facebook profile. Make sure na public ang inyong pag-share. Okay? Hindi yung friends only. Okay? And third, ang pinaka-importante, answer our question correctly in the comment section of this live stream. Now, are you ready guys for our first trivia question? Pero bago ang lahat, pasalamatan naman natin ang Bitshares Labs for providing our satoshis. Ayan. So, guys, to learn more about Bitshares Labs, please check out their Facebook page at facebook.com/Bitshares Labs. Okay? Alam ko excited na kayo manalo ng 50,000. 50,000. Lalo na excited, sobra. Okay, so our first trivia question. Ano yung nakalagay sa ulo ko? Joke lang, hindi yun Okay. Our first trivia question. What is the name of the company that developed Axie Infinity. Okay? So, what is the name of the company that developed Axie Infinity? Make sure na tama ang ilalagay nating sagot. Wrong spelling is wrong. Kailangan tama ang spelling. Pati capitalization ba? Kailangan. Joke lang. Okay, so kinakailangan tama ang sagot at saka nakapag-like tayo ng sa ating Facebook fanpage BitPinas and nakashare ang aming live stream publicly sa inyong Facebook profile. So once again, what is the name of the company that developed Axie Infinity? Okay? So yan sagutin nyo na tama sa ating comment section. Okay? So bagong lahat, we will choose one winner per trivia question. We will select a total of 4 winners. So 1 winner per each question. At saka magse-select pa kami ng 2 na active, okay, sa ating comment section. Okay, so ready na ba kayo sa ating second question? Okay, so our second question for tonight is, what is the name of the crypto platform of GCash? Okay, so once again, what is the name of the crypto platform of GCash? Kailangan tama ang spelling. Okay? ng ating sagot. Okay? Lalagay natin yan, yung tamang sagot sa comment section ng ating live stream. Ilalike natin yung Facebook fan page, BitPinas, and share our live stream publicly on your profile. Okay, so once again, our second question, what is the name of the crypto platform of GCash? Okay, type nyo lang ang tamang sagot sa ating Facebook live stream. At dyan nagtatapos ang ating unang trivia set. No? At magbabalik ulit tayo sa pangalawa. So ituloy natin ang conversation together with Nix and Luis.
Alright, so so maraming salamat Lance dito sa ating trivia Q&A at nakita namin na meron kang kakaibang accessory sa iyong sa iyong buhok ngayon ko lang nakita. So yan yung kumakalat yan yung kumakalat ngayon na trend kumbaga. Tama ba?
Oo nga. Oo. Kaya napapakanta ako May isa akong bibi sa aking ulong. Joke lang.
At least hindi yung at least hindi yung lato-lato na alam mo dati na parang medyo masyado kasi maingay.
Ayun. At least ito medyo cute. So abangan niyo yung BB coin pagtingin ng app. Joke lang.
Alright. So sa ating mga viewers kapag actually araw-araw nagtatanong kami sa BitPinas parang every morning 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. Parang meron kaming question doon na parang anything na parang depende sa whatever is the news of the day. At ito nga this week ang tanong namin is about mga nakaranas ng paldo, Share your tips what to do kapag kung kayo ba ay nakaranas na nung tatawag na paldo, which is kapag depende sa definition mo, halimbawa nag 10x yung yung investment mo or something, yun yung paldong tinatawag. I'm sure nakikita nyo yan sa comment section, So may mga nagsabi dito, stake it daw, para mag-stake ka. Or then another one, sabi dito, take a portion of it, sabi ni Heston Chu, and enjoy it, Reward yourself so you will continue to be motivated. So naalala ko, Nix, I remember nung parang sa ating mga viewers, before Nix was with Sky Mavis, he was with PDAX, and I remember Nix, parang player ka din ng Axie Infinity. Also, si Nix was one of the top players ng Axie Infinity. I think nag-rank 2 ata. Tama ba? Rank 2 ba yun, Nix? Or what?
I think 7 lang yung highest ko. But
okay.
Pwede na.
Okay. Naalala ko kasi you were playing it and I remember one of your tweets na parang, yung habang naglalaro ko dito sa Axie, I think it can finance my vacation. Sabi mong ganun,
Yes.
So, nangyari ba yun? It really did finance your vacation, Nix?
Yes. I remember going to Boracay with like AXS earnings I had from a tournament. Actually, I didn't even do well sa tournament. So parang top 16 lang ako sa tournament na yun. but the AXS prize I got was enough. No, so I was able to spend that for 1 week
All right.
or 5 days. 1 week with Boracay. Yeah.
All right, Nix, no, thank you. And ito naman, ang i-highlight ko, sabi dito ni Anton Gayo, buy lands and more lands. So, Luis, I think narinig kita sa isa sa mga parang mga meetups natin na parang
Oo.
kapag you take profit, parang ilagay mo sa something more solid like real estate, no.
Yeah, yeah.
Anong advice mo ba diyan? Halimbawa may pumaldo, biglang I had a lot of, funds ganyan. Ano bang ma-recommend mo na dapat
Hey,
niyang
sorry,
gawin? So,
quick ano lang, definition check lang. So 10x ba kasi yung definition nun? Or does it or what ano lang yun? Is that just an estimate lang na 10x?
estimate lang pero pag paldo talaga, alam mo yun, parang sobrang
Yeah.
umakyat ng
So
Sobrang
basta
profit siya.
okay,
Oo,
okay. Okay.
sobrang
So
profit,
hindi naman
oo.
necessarily 10x. Okay. Hindi
Yeah.
kasi I was gonna give like specific depending on how many x it was. Kasi like so anything above 5x, I think you need to sell at least 20%. And the reason for that is I think you should uh what you need to do here kasi is protect your capital, yung original capital mo. No? So if it was like a small amount of money lang, like we're talking like a few hundred pesos, maybe a few thousand pesos, maybe you don't have to do that. But if we're talking kind of larger amount, no, you want to protect yung original na tinaya mo. So you get it back, right? So let's say nag 10x nga siya. If you sell 20% of that, you have all of your original bet back, plus you have some of the some you have some nice earnings on top of it, but you also get to keep all of the sorry, my camera froze again. Oh god. Okay, I'm just gonna go back to my laptop camera now. Okay, here we go. Sorry. Uh, but the goal is uh, you keep as big a chunk of the coins as possible. Assuming na naniniwala ka that it's gonna continue going up, no? So like, for example, if we're talking about something like Bitcoin, then that's a no-brainer. You keep as much as you can, but again, you try to sell enough so that you protect your original investment. So mababalik yung pesos that you put in, plus you also kind of make a little bit of nice profit on top. Now, the reason why I say put it in real estate, syempre, this is kind of a very different conversation depending on how much money you have. Eh.
Mhm.
Generally speaking, kasi, if you look at every rich person in the world, it doesn't matter how they made their money. They could be a fashion designer, they could be a celebrity, they could be a developer, a crypto developer, they could be just an investor or a businessman, whatever. Eventually, their money goes back to real estate. um, they will eventually buy as much land as they can possibly afford. And so maybe you can't buy land yet, no? Or maybe if you're gonna buy land, it's kind of somewhere in a medyo remote na province. Or maybe you start with an apartment muna, so condo muna, pwede rin yun. But the reason for that is because the thing about land, kasi it is the one thing in the world that is naturally scarce, meaning that we're never gonna get more land unless we colonize Mars. Medyo malayo pa yun. And even if we did colonize Mars, the land there is going to be very hard to invest in, I think. At least for the next 100 years. Medyo terraform mo pa yun eh, assuming that you believe in science fiction and stuff like that. So really you want to put it in the one thing on Earth that we know is provably scarce. And I don't count gold eh in that definition. The reason why I don't is because every year naman dumadami naman yung gold supply, pero yung pag-increase ng gold supply is purely artificial. If we wanted to, we could just mine more gold. And the reason why we don't mine more gold is because if you flood the market with too much gold, bababa yung price niya, right? So it is actually parang it is in the best interest of the gold miners not to flood the market with too much gold. So again, parang if you're gonna choose anything, I mean, if assuming that you want to turn your Bitcoin or your crypto into something else, you want to turn it into something that is also scarce. So that's why I always
Right.
say land. It's just the most
Thank you so much, Nix
Mhm.
and Luis, no. And ito nga yung bago nating segment, which is ang ating community corner or yung BitPinas As. All right. So, GCash and Axie collaboration. no? So sa ano sa side Nick, sa side ninyo sa Axie Infinity, I remember itong article na ito sa inyo, no? One of the things here is that it specifically mentioned na this is a way for gamers, especially dito sa Pilipinas, just in case sa mga regulation na nangyayari sa atin, it provides a way for majority of the
Yes.
players or all the players here to actually have a way to cash in and cash out, no? So on that end, no, ang napansin ko din is this announcement from Sky Mavis X GCash partnership is a very specific announcement for the Philippines, no? Or ano, I don't know, no? Siguro di lang ako aware, no, sa mga news na mas madami kayo obviously, pero bihira ako makarinig ng ganitong country specific, no, announcements, no, from games and all. So you kanina, this is the most important market for Axie Infinity. Pero on your end naman, as Philippine lead, no, how important na may mga ganitong partnerships for this game?
Yes, so you're correct. No, like this is could be the first time of a partnership of this magnitude, country specific, because I also there's also not a lot of GCash in different
Mm.
countries, like just randomly. It's to their credit, like, GCash has been, you know, it is the app. Like every I don't show me a Filipino who doesn't have GCash. Like I'll give you 100. Like there, I don't know anyone, to be honest. So this is that's why it is something that, for the Philippines, it's again, like I said, like it's a no brainer, it's a layup, it's a home run basically. um it's important that we do this for Filipinos talaga, because we know that there are a lot of uncertainties around, crypto regulations, certain exchanges, like we all know that, no, and we don't want there to be situation where the Filipino players, the community will suffer from something like that, or where their options are limited, or they can't do much because of these certain limitations. So that's why it's very important for Philippines. And we are also, of course, looking at similar things, similar opportunities in other regions, in other countries. So although, yeah, the Philippines, and that's the thing that I said, like, do it for Philippines first, because you do it here, you do it, number one, you do it for your core community, for the very important community, but also you learn, and then you can kind of copy paste, or we can kind of copy paste the strategies for other.
Nawala si Nix, no? Ayun, balik natin.
Yeah.
Ayun, sige, oo, ano yung sinasabi ni Nix, no, para sa ating viewers na parang we do it here first in the Philippines and then we can actually parang copy the strategy into other markets, no? Thank you so much, Nix, on that. Now kay Luis, no? Of course kay Nix din. One of the things na alam natin maganda sa crypto, sa Web3 is sobrang global niya, na parang it doesn't matter where you are, pero whatever is happening elsewhere, for example sa US, di ba, yung nag-crash yung FTX, nag-crash ang market, therefore apektado tayo dito. Pero ngayon, we see the likes of Sky Mavis making itong mga ganitong announcements specific sa Philippines. Kay Luis, no, siguro if you can share our viewers, gaano ba ka-unique yung market natin, or I guess yung crypto market natin dito sa Pilipinas, to have these kinds of, international organizations doing these kinds of partnerships
Mm.
here dito sa Philippines?
Yeah. Okay. So we're unique in the sense that Web3 has found a very unique home here, with games. Um, I think it's quite strange. I think people keep coming up with different theories of why, of all of the countries in the world, this is where Axie Infinity became popular. And my only real explanation for it is that we're close to Vietnam and we speak English. And that was kind of enough to give us some really strong advantages. Eh. And then syempre the pandemic happened, and you had all of these Filipino gamers. Actually, you know what? Sorry, Mike, if you scroll down a little bit, I don't know if you can, pero yung
Then
image na
naka-screenshot
yan,
siya.
screenshot ba yan? Sorry. Anyway, yung
Yeah.
image na yun, yung jeepney, it says Kabanatuan on that
Mm.
jeepney. And that's a very specific Easter egg that I wanted to add in there, because I wanted to reference the fact that, we think that the core of Axie Infinity Gaming here in the Philippines was Cabanatuan City in Nueva Ecija. Just kind of not where you would expect it to be. No, that's why. So originally, when the Sky Mavis art team sent that to us, I think it just said Manila on that jeepney, and I requested na palitan nila to Cabanatuan because I just felt it was a nice reference to the fact that this stuff became big in the provincial cities first, more than in Metro Manila. Now, I guess that kind of makes us unique, no? Because in most other countries, the capital cities are where the most amount of activities are. Why is that? Well, because the most amount of money is there. And what's interesting about the play to earn phenomenon specifically, is that you could join that with very little money of your own in the beginning because you were earning the crypto nga eh. No, obviously things changed as the model changed and as the NFTs got more expensive. But yung initial premise niya that you could play it with basically no money and earn that way, that was kind of what set this thing and really, really made it start going and becoming very popular. So yeah, we're unique. We're not that unique, but ano eh, yung the gaming phenomenon here, I don't think that's ever been repeated anywhere else. Eh. I think you probably also need like another pandemic to convince that many people to learn a new way to earn money. I hope we never have that, no. But I honestly, yung pandemic na yon, that was also the reason why GCash became as popular as it is now. Nag 3x yung user numbers ng GCash during that time. So, if you look at the statistics of GCash in 2019, it was 20 million users. And so, in the space of two and a half years of lockdown, suddenly the entire country has it. So, those kinds of unique occurrences, those are not the kind of things you plan for. It just happens, no? It's very organic. Tapos bahala na kayo how you want to really take advantage of it or use it to, make a better product, which is what happened with Axie Infinity. Like the product really grew by leaps and bounds during the pandemic. And yeah, so yes, very unique, very unique ecosystem that we have here. I don't think you could just recreate it anywhere else.
All right, thank you so much, Luis. Thank you, Nix. No, now it's time for some of our questions from our viewers. No, maraming salamat pa rin sa ating mga nanonood. So, I think tying up to that, Luis and Nix. No, sabi ni Jose Solidum, kung sustainable pa ba yung play to earn. No, so spotlight natin si Nix dito para may iba ng content. No? Pero is play to earn still a sustainable business model?
That's the thing. I struggle. Like, if I struggle to say yes because I don't really necessarily want it to be a business model. Like, but if I'm gonna be real, no, there are people who are achieving the success if treating it as a business. I just don't know if it's sustainable if everyone of us are treating it as a business. You know what I mean? Like, there's such things as market saturation. There's such thing, like, not everyone.
Oops.
Okay, na-disconnect si Nix, no? Ayan, balik natin.
Hindi ko alam bakit. Ayun. So, 'di ba, parang not everyone should be business and should be entrepreneurs. Same way, no? Same with how the world works. So, play to earn, I believe in play to earn. To be honest, like, because I see it like on a daily basis that it is that people are indeed playing to earn. No, nangyayari siya. I'm just not sure if I want to say yes, this is a sustainable business model, because if you think about it, na it's a business model. um it's with crypto being as unpredictable or volatile as it is, no, is that really a way you want to run business? So parang it's hard, no, like I would still do it, like, even if it's not sustainable, so don't get me wrong. And that's why we're in crypto or degens, we're still gonna do it regardless of what I say here. But like, if I'm just being textbook, is this a sustainable business model? I'm not so sure. But if is play to earn sustainable, or can play to earn be sustainable, is a different question. If that was the question, I would say it could be. Like, I could be playing a game that I really like and be good at it, and I could be playing and earning at the same time. I think that exists, and we were seeing that work to this day still with Axie Infinity, with Pixels, and some of these other games who have like tokens and whatnot. We recently saw an airdrop from
What's going on
Nawawala
with
si ano.
uh
Mhm.
things are yeah. So
oh,
we saw airdrops from other games. So we still see these things happen. And yeah. So yeah, yun yung two-pronged answer ko to that question.
Mm. Next, no, and thank you for that. And ayun nga, di ba, nakikita naman natin with specifically lang with play to earn, we know na para may mga competitive players, di ba, na nag-rank sa ano sa arena, naglalaro ng mga games sa ito, they're ranking and then they're earning from that, no? So whether that is ano, pero that happens no, yung play to earn part, no? So how about you, Luis? Anong masabi mo dito sa question ni Jose?
yeah, I think without putting words into Nix's mouth or Sky Mavis's mouth or anything, I think that their focus is about making fun experiences more than anything else. Uh, I don't think that we even really use the word play to earn all that much anymore these days. Kasi parang we're trying to separate the play, which is supposed to be fun, from the earn, which sounds like work, right? And I think that when we tried to mix these things, what happened is you got a lot of people who treated the game like a job, and parang really tried to grind it or extract value from it. And I'm not sure that those people were having all that much fun. But what's interesting is that, as Nick said earlier, when people came back to Axie Classic and with all the rewards removed, they still played it because it turns out it's actually not a bad game. It's actually fun to play it regardless, no? And I think that where the that's where the focus should really be. Um, I do understand that there's this real temptation because to maybe there's a way to create this economic model that allows players to have fun while also earning from their games. And I I think that is probably possible. I just don't know how. We just haven't found the model to do it yet. And parang I've reviewed so many of them back when I was working with YGG, and dami namin tinignan na ganito eh. And I never really found one that looked like it was going to sustain long term. Um, However, I found a lot of games that were genuinely fun to play. So I guess you kind of right now it feels like it's almost a trade off. Na parang do you want your project team to work to really really spend all of their time and energy on making you a fun game, or do you want them to spend all of the time and energy coming up with a tokenomics model that will allow people to earn? Because it turns out, I think medyo siya, nagiging trade-off siya kasi like you end up like with a little bit of one or a little bit of the other. But I kind of think that if you want a long-lasting relationship with your community, you go for making fun games first, and then figure out the earning potential later. Maybe, yeah, maybe.
Uh, I'd like to add though, unless the game is already fun existing game that has
Yeah.
succeeded in Web 2 and decided to slap Web 3.
Yeah, I mean, oh, okay. Wala siya. Damn, I was about to like,
Ganda na sana nung ano eh.
Oo nga eh.
Ayan. Ano ulit
It
yung
was a
means
good
para
interjection, Nix, na naputol ka
ganda
lang eh. So
sana.
maybe
No?
just do
Yeah.
it again.
So
Do it
if
again.
it's already a Web 2 game that is already fun and has proven to be successful, and then you slap Web 3 elements into it, maybe that's
Yeah.
the answer.
Yeah, so earlier you were talking about Ragnarok, diba? Because that was like your 20-year game that you've had a relationship with for so long. Ako naman, in my case, it was Diablo, the Diablo series. I've been playing that since I was in my teens, which was very, very fucking long time ago. And I wish, actually, they did try this in Diablo 3, no? Where they did try to make a place where you could buy items for your character. Of course, there was no crypto back then. It was a really long time ago. You just paid dollars. Um, so there has been some thinking around this. Na parang, is there a way that you can, use parang some kind of in-game economy, but with real money, right? You're kind of trying to mix these two together. So we're not, ano naman. I don't think we've shown it to be impossible. I think it's just hard to get it right. So yeah, I agree with Nix na if there was already a really really fun game that you could incorporate some earning mechanism too that was more a Web3 kind of thing. So maybe add a tokenomics model to it. As long as it keeps all of the fun elements of the game without contaminating it too much, no? Because I think the last thing you want naman is to turn the game into a pay to win thing. Because that removes the fun naman, no? You don't want people to just win. Parang they make this joke about Magic the Gathering, which is a card game, no? Na parang, the strongest card in Magic the Gathering is your credit card, because no matter what it is, you just buy the most expensive thing and you'll win. Ganon. That's a mean joke to the people who play Magic the Gathering. I actually do believe there's a lot of skill involved in that game. But it's a joke na parang nagiging pay to win siya sometimes because some of the stuff is so expensive. So, ayun, yun lang.
Alright, thank you so much, no, Luis. Sabi nga ni Marion, thank you daw. Nahingi yung question, sagot mo. At Nix, no, thank you sa inyong dalawa. So, sabi ni John Clarence kung may airdrop ng Axie. So, John Clarence, kung nandito ka kanina, actually, ayun nga, kapag nag-comment ka dito and may hashtag na Axie, pwede kang manalo ng airdrop ni Nix na Axie team, no? May 7 mananalo sa ating mga nasa comment section. 7 mananalo, just as long as you have the hashtag Axie, ibig sabihin gusto nyo manalo nung Axie team na yon. Alright? So, ang question dito kay Nix naman, these are specific questions, no? May sinasabi siya about Ron mining or yung di ba? Ito yung tawag doon, yung ginagawa ko, yung sa Ron, yung validation, you will stake, di ba?
Staking.
Ron
Ron staking.
Yes, yung
staking.
staking.
Not mining.
Yeah.
Sabi niya
Nagulat
kasi,
ako sa ano yung mining. Okay.
ito sabi niya kasi, ayan, sabi ni Kevin, no, adjustment sa Ron
mm.
mining. Ano ba ang ibig sabihin na to?
Okay, I think Kevin is talking about the news we just announced an hour ago around the Katana LP farming. Run farming, no? In the Katana liquidity pool. So we will be cutting it in half, the rewards in half by March 1, and then reducing it further in the coming near future. Okay, wait lang. Hello. Lipat akong mobile para hindi na mangyari to. Pakik na lang ako dito.
Sige. Ayun. So, paano natin
Shock. So I didn't know about that. That's pretty big news, huh?
Yeah, this was just an hour ago. Ayan, dito na lang ako. Sorry, ang hassle ng naglolo ko yung webcam.
Okay, next explain ulit yung okay.
Yeah, so we recently announced, no, so this is just an hour or two ago, that we are reducing the Ron rewards sa farming sa Katana liquidity pool, kasi before you could farm Ron that way, it will be reduced in half by March 1. So short term, syempre, some people are sad. Oh, I mean, come on, like, less rewards. But if you think long term for Ronin, this is actually good, diba? Like less tokens to farm means like good for long term health. Then if you look at the grand scheme of things, but ayun, I think yun yung tintukan ni Kevin, kasi yan lang yung closest to mining would probably be farming, and he's asking an update na yun nga, which is yung recent na balita, no? So you guys can learn more about that. We just check the Ronin Twitter. We published parang an article around that explaining the reduction in rewards, what this means, and how it's gonna kind of pan out eventually.
Alright, thank you Nix for the update, no. Mukhang apektado kami dito. I think alam ko na una kong gagawin pagkatapos itong natin, no, ating live stream. Okay.
Nagpo-farm ka ba ng liquidity pool?
So of course, meron kami may mga article kami diyan Kumbaga, before we did it, para syempre yung mga screenshot and all. So ayan, sabi ni Aldrin naman kay Luis, bakit daw wala sa main screen ng GCash yung G crypto? Ba't daw nakatago?
Okay, so I'll answer the second question first. It's got nothing to do with regulation. GCash has so many different apps in it, and all of those apps have different teams working behind them, and all of those teams are vying for a spot on the front page. That's it. And the reason why Gcrypto is not there is because maliit yung Gcrypto relative to all of the other products. Although, if you tap yung view more, you'll be surprised by how many apps there actually are there. I I mean, I actually work for GCash. I still haven't tried half of them. There's so many different apps there. Um, if you tap yung G Life app, it's like a mini Lazada or a mini Shopee inside your GCash app. So there's so much stuff going on there. So hopefully, what will eventually happen is that the G crypto product will become popular enough with enough users that we can actually make a strong case to be put on the front page. But for now, wala. Nasa page 2 talaga siya. Kasi konti pa lang yung customers niya relative to all of the other users of GCash.
All right, thank you so much, Luis, no, for that clarification. And nga, no, medyo tama ka na sa page 2 nga siya nakapag tinitignan namin. So, yes, so sa inyong dalawa, it has been a very, parang enlightening and mapakagandang discussion about GCash, about Axie, about Ronin. So, ano bang ma-expect namin sa partnership na to other than the eventual listing ng mga nalista pala, okay? So other than the token listing, ano yung nakikita nating collaboration pa between Sky Mavis and GCash? Maybe we can start with Nix.
Yes, so I think the announcements have gone out naman around the token listings, no. So that's exciting for sure, and I'm seeing a lot of content now on social media, people trying it out and playing around that. So that's exciting. As far as what else can happen, no, so actually the possibilities are endless. Like, so we one thing that we all have been doing as well, with listings, when we list with like certain, for example, with exchanges, no, we there usually are a lot of co-marketing campaigns, no, throughout, it's not just throughout the month, like it could be, for the year or whatever. Like there's some you could see some mga giveaways, some fun campaigns, no, there could be there's a lot of opportunity, especially now that we're working closely together. There's always opportunities for that. So I think I'd say yung mga parang immediate or like low hanging fruits that can be explored. Especially this year, we're actually planning to do quite a few um events in the Philippines, like big events in the Philippines. So yeah, for sure we'll be sharing that with the GCash and G Crypto team. Should they want to be involved? But yeah, medyo leak yon. But yeah, there are a few things that'll be happening for the Filipino community here, at least for Axie Ronin inside. So watch out for that.
All right, thank you. Nix, no? And how about you, Luis? May leak ka din, may leak ka din ba dyan?
I'm not supposed to, but so I'll say this. We were deliberately vague about what the next steps we would work on together were, because we kind of wanted to hear from the community first, what stuff they would find useful now that the two companies are working together. Of course, I have some ideas, no, what those useful tools might be, but I'd really much rather that it comes from the community and they just tell us what it is that they want, because then I don't have to guess and I don't have to pay people to do market research. Parang it would be so much easier if people just told us what they want, and save us the time. So I guess I'll go back to what I was saying earlier also, no? Like this is a very different direction for a company like GCash, because I think that when you think about something as big as GCash, you tend to think about it like it's a faceless corporation where the people behind it, you'll never meet them, whatever. So we're trying to change that. We're trying to be more open, at least with the crypto app. We're trying to be more direct with the way that we communicate with our community, and that's why I'm trying to be more visible as a GCash representative, but also at the same time really make sure that people know how to find me if they want to give feedback or if they want to ask for certain features or improvements. um, I, I want us to build the most useful crypto app in the Philippines, and that's gonna take time. But if you tell us what you would find most useful, then we'll get there faster. So yeah, so that's all we're asking for.
All right, so now we have this final question from, okay, nawala. Ayun, kay Zayton Granger, no? Parang, ano ba yung best possible situation for our country for crypto adoption, no? As well as, in the future, I guess, abang mabubulkan tayo, or, I mean, whatever happens in the future, ano yung possible situation na mangyari sa country natin para magkaroon ng, siguro the most number of crypto adopters, for example. Siguro we start with Nix, no? On your end, so iba, as a person from Sky Mavis, how do you envision this?
Actually, it's a really good question, and when I try to think about it, it's hard to answer. No, parang there's a lot in my head, no, and I struggle to find the perfect answer. So I guess I will just answer it with the best the way that I know how, which is yeah. In Sky Mavis, we believe in Web3 gaming, like gaming as the catalyst, as the mass onboarder of for crypto. No? We've seen it happen in the Philippines. We've seen it happen in 2021. How many new installs did MetaMask reported 4 million like installs in the Philippines during that time. Like, so that's 4 million Filipinos, I'm sure, or close to that, into Axie, and that's big. No, so yeah, things will take time. Like a lot of this is based on market conditions, sentiments, narratives that media pushes as well, that narratives that happen, like a lot. There are a lot of factors, but yeah, but for me, we're super bullish on gaming, as being that easy solution to onboarding and helping with crypto adoption. They say that there are 3 billion, 4 billion gamers in the world. Like, sure, gamer is a very vague, very vague dun kung what classifies as a gamer, but everyone knows plays games. Could be a card game, could be a traditional game, could be solitaire, could be Candy Crush, like these things. Diba? Like, at some point, everyone has kind of gamed, or played games. So it is kind of an easy ticket, no, gateway into Web3 gaming, into crypto adoption. So I still put my bets on that, and that's kind of what we're building towards, on Sky Mavis. So not just Axie side, but also Ronin, where we've seen, so Pixels is one of, like, the kind of the top Web3 game now, and majority as well, like not majority, but like a big chunk from that is also Philippines. So like it doesn't even what matter what game, diba? Like it was Axie, it is Pixels, like Philippines still leading the charge there for Web3 gaming. So I see this becoming a trend, especially for games that are very accessible. No? So winning the Philippine market very important din dyan, kasi talaga you don't win the Philippine market, you don't push crypto adoption, in my opinion, if it's a game that's element, has to be a PC game with good specs. Like, that's not it. It has to be a mobile game, or mobile friendly game, like accessible for everyone. And everyone has a mobile phone, everyone has GCash, diba? Like, those are the ingredients. Now we just have to give you guys the games. So yeah, that's how I'd answer this. But very good question, makes me think.
All right, thank you, Nix. No, Web3 games. Now, how about you, Luis? What is the best possible situation for the most number of, crypto adoptees dito sa atin, sa Pilipinas?
I mean, it's a difficult question because I guess it's hard to tell kasi kung ano nga yung best possible. But I can tell you what I would ideally like for the rest of 2024. But I don't think it's gonna happen this way because it never does. What I would like is for Bitcoin to go up very, very slowly, but it goes up. And I think that the problem kasi is, markets are made of humans and humans get very excited. And the problem is that, as the price goes up, the more people get excited, and which causes the price to go up faster, which causes more people to get excited, and so on and so forth, and then just accelerates. So I don't think that's healthy, because what will usually happen there is that, yeah, the price goes up very, very sharply, and then the most number of people that join the bull market by definition will come in at the top. And that is not a good situation now, because what will happen is when you're at the top na, it will inevitably go down, magre-reverse yung market, and then a lot of people will feel like they lost money. Technically, it's paper losses. Technically, if you held it and you waited a couple more years, then you'll probably make your money back and you'll make a profit. But for many people at that moment, it feels like I just bought and then the price of the thing that I bought just plummeted, right? And that's never a great situation. But that's basically what's happened in every bull run, right? Every bull run, by definition, has the most number of people buying at the top. Kaya nga siya umabot dun sa price na yun eh. Kasi lahat ng mga bagong tao bumili, right? So, I don't want that to happen again. I don't think I can stop it from happening again. But one thing I can advocate for is, if you want to be part of this bull run, don't wait. Just keep buying a little bit at a time. And honestly, I've been saying this since last year. Na parang around October was when I started publishing my parang why should I buy into this stuff, you know. Because I actually believe na around October was kind of like the best time to get into it. Which, you know, it kind of was, no? Like Bitcoin was $30,000. Now it's 52. So with, I know, you're almost double. That was the best time to buy 4 or 5 months ago. It's still okay to buy now, but yun nga, I really advocate for taking these things slow, because the worst thing you can do for yourself as an individual investor is you get the timing wrong and you buy when it's too late na, mataas na siya masyado. Sana hindi ka na lang bumili. And what I mean by that is, if the top hit and you hadn't spent your money yet, you can buy on its way down, and you'd actually buy more Bitcoin at a cheaper price, right? So buying at the top is kind of the most damaging thing to do, because then you get stuck. You kind of have to hold it. You suddenly lose options unless you just decide you want to take the loss. I mean, that's also possible, but like, it's painful to do that. So anyway, this is a very long answer. I guess I just wanted to say nga na parang I wish that the bull market would not come on so fast. I think Nix actually said this at the beginning, where he kind of wanted there to be more time to accumulate more. And I guess that's kind of where I'm at also. I want it to happen a little bit more slowly this time, so we can bring more people on board at a price that is not ridiculously high. But I don't know if that is ever gonna happen. But maybe that's the reason why we do shows like this, no? So we can try to help people make
Alright.
that decision faster.
Alright, thank you so much, Luis and Nix, no? And I think siguro gusto ko lang ding i-add, no, at least, no, at this particular, if the bull run happens, at least now, kasi I remember 2017, no, bull run, may dalawang exchange lang tayo dito sa Pilipinas. Diba, diba, talagang super dami ng gustong bumili and they cannot buy kasi parang di kaya ng mga systems, no? But at least now, we all have all these options, no? Sa phones natin, nandiyan na yung mga app, madali na sa atin makabuy or makasell, no? So, yeah, anuin muna natin itong, parang magdito tayo ngayon sa huling segment ng BitPinas webcast natin. And gusto ko lang magbigay ng shoutout sa mga nandito pa rin sa ating webcast, kay Melissa De Pera, RG Lumasag, kay Aldred Fernandez, Ryan Paraguison, kapatid ba to ni Arnel kanina, si Christine Camille Gilangre, si Jose Heleni Solido, kanina nabanggit natin yung kanyang question, kay Ja Espiritu Cruzada, Leo Martancho, Ryan Chris Ariego, Michelle Pasqua, mga long time BitPinas viewers, maraming salamat sa inyo. So, ngayon, meron pang dalawang mananalo sa comment section ay dito sa ating trivia Q&A. Okay, baba muna natin ang ating mga guests. Ayan. Diba, meron tayong 4 winners sa trivia Q&A. Ito na yung sa dalawa pang mananalo. And then of course, mayroong mananalo ng Axie. Ito kayo mananalo ng full Axie team kapag may hashtag Axie. And Tambay Web3 Journal kapag may hashtag kayo ng Tambay naman. Hashtag Tambay. So, andito na ang ating trivia master na si Lance for the final Q&A of the night. Lance?
Okay, maraming salamat, Michael. Handa ba kayo guys na manalo ulit ng 50,000 satoshis? So, ang gagawin ninyo ay ilalike ninyo ang ating Facebook fan page ng BitPinas. Share our live stream publicly on your Facebook profile and answer our trivia questions correctly on our comment section. Okay? So, handa na ba kayo? No, handa na ba kayo sa papalapit na bull market shoes. Okay, sige. Ready na tayo, no? Ready na tayong manalo ng 50,000 satoshis. Okay. So let's go for our third question. Pero bago yan, no? Don't forget na pwede kayong manalo ng Tambay Web3 Journal if you use the hashtag Tambay, and Axie care of Sky Mavis if you use the hashtag Axie. Okay, so nagpapasalamat tayo kay Axie Infinity para sa mga Web3 journal na ito. Okay, so huwag niyong kakalimutan yan. Okay, so ready na ba kayong sumagot ng ating pangatlong trivia question? Our third trivia question for tonight is, name one crypto token available at GCrypto. Okay? So, name one crypto token available at GCrypto. Okay? Ilalike nyo yung ating Facebook fan page. Okay? Share ninyo yung live stream namin at saka type the correct answer in our trivia question. Okay? In our live stream pala. Okay? So once again, name one crypto token available at GCrypto. Okay? Tandaan ninyo guys, we will select one winner per each trivia question for total of 4 winners. At saka pipili pa kami ng dalawa. We will choose 2 winners in our comment section. So tuloy-tuloy nyo lang ang participation ninyo sa ating Facebook live stream. Huwag na huwag nyo kakalimutan, mananalo pa kayo ng Tambay Web3 Journal. Okay? So, handa na ba kayo sa ating last trivia question for tonight? Handa na ba kayo guys na manalo ng 50,000 satoshis? Okay. So, our last trivia question guys is, name one Web3 game that is on the Ronin blockchain aside from Axie Infinity. Naku, pahirap tayo ng pahirap ngayon. So once again, name one Web3 game that is on the Ronin blockchain aside from Axie Infinity. So kindly write the correct answer in our Facebook comment section. Okay? Wag niyong kakalimutan i-like yung ating Facebook fan page BitPinas and share our live stream publicly on your profile. Remember, kindly share it publicly, not through friends only. Okay? So, pipili pa kami ng dalawang winner of 50,000 satoshis if you participate in the comment section. So, don't be discouraged if you don't get the correct answers. You have a chance to win. And remember, you must have a share badge or a follower badge in order to qualify. No? Pero kung wala man, okay lang yun. Basta importante na share ninyo and like. Okay? So once again, thank you so much for participating in our trivia Q&A segment. No? Nagpapasalamat tayo sa Bitshares Labs for providing satoshis. To learn more about Bitshares Labs, please check out their Facebook fan page at facebook.com/BitsharesLabs. Okay? So maraming salamat at magbabalik tayo sa ating talk with Nix and Luis. Hello, Mike.
All right. Thank you so much, Lance, for this for the trivia Q&A. Very helpful. Hopefully kasama ko ulit namin next week, at sa ating mga viewers, So parami yung gusto magsuporta sa ating webcast. Congratulations to everyone. Tuloy-tuloy lang ngayon kasama natin ang Sky Mavis for this, And ayun, kina Luis at Nix, iwan ko lang itong isang question dito from Zayton. Sana yan. Pero hindi nyo kailangan itong sagutin, pero iiwan ko lang siya dyan. Ang gusto ko lang
What?
malaman is your parang final words from the two of you guys. Yeah, any final words and anything that you can share na hindi ko pa siguro natanong sa inyo, and where can people find you? Ayan, we start with Nix.
Skincare, tubig. Tubig
Okay.
lang. um yeah, so first of all, thank you for doing this. This has been great. Always awesome to chat with you and Luis. And yeah, I would like to thank everyone for their support. No, dito sa partnership. No, we see it all over. We can feel the excitement of the Axie community, Roan community, like, in general, in Filipinas in general. Like I see the excitement. So it's good, no. So it just kind of validates why we do this, why we did it. No? So thank you for the support. And yes, no. So there are a lot of things coming up. No, I'm not gonna say specifically what they are, but let me just tell you that the next few days and weeks will be pretty crazy. At least for Ronin side. No? So just make sure your notifs are on. You check your socials. You look at the Twitter and in our Discord, because things are really yeah. There's a lot more. No? So it's actually nice that this GCash parties happen. Like it's a good it's a good momentum swing. No? So lots of updates coming up. No, I leave that you know vague for now. Let your imaginations do the work. But yeah, it's an exciting time. No? We're super busy, and like, to be honest with you, talagang grabe yung level of work and output that's being pumped out right now from from the Sky Mavis HQ. We're but it's all good. No? This is what we love. We love doing this, and we love the grind. No? So anything for the community. So yun lang. Just keep it locked in, keep it posted, make sure you're updated and posted. No? So for me naman, you can just follow me on Twitter. It's at Nix Eniego. That's mostly where I do updates with stuff. And make sure you're following Ronin Network and Axie Infinity Twitter as well, and join the Discord. So actually, fun fact. Ronin Network Discord like is very disproportionate compared to Axie Infinity Discord. So a lot of people say, "Hey, but we don't know much updates sa Ronin. Ronin. Why? Well, join the Discord. Like, sumali kayo. So, layo ng gap to hundreds of that. 650,000 yung gap ng Axie and Ronin. So join the Ronin Discord. This is a call to action. And yeah, just keep if you still haven't know, we brought Axie. If you still don't know, we brought Axie Classic back in November. This is a really good time for Axie Classic. Many more updates are coming. So the updates sa Axie Classic has been very fast, no? And ang dami nangyari almost every 2 weeks. So I think since we brought it back, every 2 weeks may bago. So that's kind of how things are wrapping up, and we love to see it, because again, Filipinos love Axie Classic, and we know that, and we're committed to making the best experiences in our Axie games. So yeah, yun lang. Thank you again for having me on here.
Alright, thank you so much, Nix. No? Ayun, Nix Eniego, at Nix Eniego at Twitter. Meron din siyang Facebook page, yung Nix Eniego. And I know si Nix, meron din siyang podcast. Pakikita niyo sa Spotify. Very awesome, listen. Thank you so much, Nix. Now, Luis, yeah, any final words to our community, and where can people find you?
I wanna
Apart from the
answer the
webcast.
skincare question.
Okay, sige.
So my skincare is I sleep at 11 p.m. I try to get 7 hours a night of good sleep, and then I'm in the gym 6 hours a week minimum. Uh, and you'll be amazed what it does for your skin. It's kind of like I don't use anything. It's mostly just the things that nature gave you. You just have to kind of make time for it, no? And the one thing that we tend to not take care of, because when we're in crypto, is our sleep, because we're constantly looking at the markets, or well, I mean, that's mostly it. No, we're monitoring the markets, and unfortunately, that means we're usually staying up until pretty late at night. And you would be surprised by what kind of impact that has on both yung parang your comprehension, like how fast you can learn new things, or just yung general sense of alertness that you have throughout the day. And sometimes we get so used to being to parang living on such a lack of sleep that we don't notice na actually ang baba na pala ng level natin, until we force ourselves to sleep properly, and suddenly you will realize how much you were compensating for parang the tiredness or the low energy. Parang you were working extra hard just to feel normal. And I know that that's not what you guys were expecting, but I guess I wanted to share that because I actually really want to advocate for health. The thing about these bull markets, because it's going to be quite stressful for a lot of people. No, like you're going to have to make a lot of financial decisions that might have some very far-reaching implications on your future. If you're betting a large part of your savings on crypto, you want to make sure that you are completely 100% there, like your brain is operating at the peak condition, right? So sleep is kind of important. Last thing I'll say about G Crypto, I guess what I said it earlier, no, parang we are listening to you. You are our community. You are our most important customers. I mean, really, you're our only customer, so we have to listen to you. And I think that the kind of culture that I'm hoping that I'm slowly bringing to GCash and G Crypto is one where we're a little bit more direct with the way we communicate with our customers. So if you want to, you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. I guess my Facebook is a lot more active because I feel like I've just got more. I have more followers there. I'm trying to. So I have 66,000 followers. I'm trying to hit 69,000 followers. Hopefully within the next month or so. I don't know if that's possible, but I'll try anyway. Just because it's funny. Actually, the exact number is I'm trying to hit 69,420 followers. After that, I can stop. So ayun, I try to make content about crypto every day. The reels I try to do every other day, although it's quite hard to do those consistently recently. But um, I live and breathe this stuff, so I'm always publishing something. And yeah, I think you're gonna see a little bit more of me over the next couple of weeks because I think we have something also coming next week, but we'll announce that separately. But I really look forward to interacting with the community more and very regularly throughout this year. It's gonna be an interesting year, guys. I'm super excited.
Alright. Maraming salamat, Nix and Luis. Nix from Sky Mavis, Luis from G Crypto. I hope marami natutunan ng ating mga viewers. I hope mapasalamatan niyo sila sa ating comment section for those very insightful na discussion about G Crypto, about GCash, about skincare, about a lot of things na in this particular webcast. Maraming salamat sa Bitshares who supported our webcast, sa ating mga Satoshi at yung mga Tambay Web3 Journal, sa Sky Mavis para doon sa mga Axie team na ipamimigay natin sa ating mga nag-comment dito. Sa ating trivia master na si Lance, sa ating team si Nate, si Sheila, sa girlfriend ko si Ayang nanonood. This is Michael of BitPinas. Abangan nyo sa aming Facebook page ang aming survey form. Ano mang isasagot nyo doon sa survey can help us improve itong webcast natin. As mentioned, very successful webcast. Marami nang gustong sumuport. Congratulations sa ating lahat. Yon, so magkita kita tayo sa susunod na episode itong ating webcast. Maraming salamat at magandang gabi. Salamat!